Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. And it has been a while since I've recorded. This keeps happening. I record ahead of time, and I think, oh, I'm going to get ahead. And then I just get slammed with all kinds of stuff. Now, from what I understand, going back to my list here, I've got a couple bounties to collect. I've got this one in Magrin's Teeth. This one in Magrin's Teeth. This one, mapping the Burning Shoals near Magrin's Teeth. Alath, don't have it. Dunnage, Hasango. This one's near Crookspur. Here we go, this just waiting on it. Of Like Minds in Dunnage. Rafik the Redbeard is near Crookspur. And then that's Harbinger's Watch. And then finally, this is Hasango. So, what I'm looking at here is, if I remember right, last time, I came near Crookspur. I was looking for Rafik, and what do I see down here? Rafik the Redbeard. He's one of the ships on the thing. So I know where to go. So we will go deal with him first of all. And then I'll probably look for the for Magrin's Teeth. I can't remember where that is, though. I know I've been there. I'll have to take a look. So let's get back on the ship. Let's get back on the boat. And head down here to Rafik. Rafik. Down here, right? Like in this general direction. There's Rafik the Redbeard. Let's see if we can take him. Yes. Let's just rush in there and try and board him. I like how it gives you the option to not do naval combat, just because the naval combat is interesting, but I honestly, could take or leave it, really. It's fun one or two times, but doing it every time, it's kind of rough. And between episodes, I did shuffle my crew around a little bit so I could get some people with experience to replace the ones that have 4 stars. Alright. What do we got here? We have Alashiva, should be sailors. Kids, man, I forgot to look what level these people are, but there's a lot of people out here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get ourselves our tentacle. Hopefully funnel as many as possible into one area. So I can just start unleashing the stacked AEs. No, a really solid initiative. Here comes Murky. Don't just hop over, Murky. Don't just hop over. No! That's what I didn't want you to do. Come on, get all in a group so I can start area of affecting you. There's Aloth. There we go. Where's the Rafik? There you go.
You were saying?
He does decent damage.
Not happening.
So you can't go anywhere? Can you go out here? Nope. Alright, gonna have to shoot through somebody, but there you go, immobilize 3 of them.
I see great potential in you, Shoti.
And you get to end turn there.
Happy to oblige.
Alright, you go ahead and get I want to say the Briars. We'll set that right up here. No, don't hop over there. Well, as long as you take them out at there. Can we just hit one of these from far here? Oh, you're already marked. Okay. Alright. Let's try... Oh no, this is a nice one. We'll do that right here. Can we knock you down? Oh my god, stop it! No, don't jump over! Man, all of these people moving. But at least they're moving closer. They may be... I might be able to catch them in an AE or something. Oh no, my wilting wind got interrupted. No! Here's a vine. Alright. How about... Is that a dare? Nope. Oh, that's gonna hit my own people.
Must you travel with every godlike in the archipelago?
Well, there's Death Ring could be useful, but what I think I'm gonna do... I need... Let's do Malignant Malignant Cloud. Finish these people off, basically. Maybe try to help out my eager beavers down there. Multiple kills. Nice, nice.
Happy to oblige.
You get to come up here. And we will try to do the area of effect spell. Down here. Let's try and... Oh god, too far. Oh no. How's about this?
For the homeland.
That'll work. Do not interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. Okay, yes, Adair. Now finish off the guys behind you. Alright, how about we finish you off? Smoked. Well, we got paralysis and petrification, although I think one of those was my own person. Nice, that's the bounding missiles. I need to take this one down. How about I tentacle you? Don't tell me I'm gonna hit like nobody, right? Well, there's one person. There's another person down. That's two people now. All of that for two people because everybody moved out of the way. How about I just smite these people? Alright, take these out, please. Oh, healed. Fancy. Let's undo that heal real quick. Yes. Ah, Burb, what can you do? Can you kill this? Thank you. Petrified. Let's try and grab you and pick you up.
Anyone brood as forcefully as your
So what can we do here? We got 2 people. And then we got Rafik the Redbeard. Let's try the Killing Bolt.
Captain.
Can we just point blank you?
Ashiza, strike.
Yep! Exploded! Come on, Adair. Can you, like, clean things up there? Oh! One of them got obliterated. Can we do in Myron? That's a nice hit. Ow, stop it. I want to obliterate Rafik. Obliterate. Yeah, how about we just, like, Necrotic Lance Jamar. And then we can take Myron down just as usual. Well, there's another flurry of that stuff.
Happy to oblige.
Can we just end this one? No, what's the Reaper one? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, here. Boom! Will that finish it? Please tell me that's it. Yes, that is it. Alright, what did we get? We got exceptional materials here. Got the colors. Do we have anything really fancy? I mean, not really. We got a new cannon. Well, let's just put it all in the chest. Alright, off to Magran's Teeth. Which I gotta look up real quick where to find it in my log. So let's take a look. Burning Shoals to the northeast. So to the northeast. That would be up here. There we go. That channel up here. So I'll go up here, unpause the game, and then I will just follow along, I guess. All the way across the ocean. I'm loving the side quests in this game. I'm like barely. I'm like not even pursuing the main quest. I'm just doing side quest after side quest after side quest. It's my favorite part of the game, honestly. Oh, we got plenty of food and water still. Although I'm going halfway across the entire... Going all the way across the entire island chain. Fun. Well, we got food and water down there if we need any. So we need to find the islands of Magran's Teeth, which are, I guess, way up here. So there's an area that might be one of the islands. Am I getting close enough? Yeah, I'm getting pretty close. There's an unidentified location up here. So let's see. Hold on. I believe that these are Magrin's teeth, like up here. There's the burning shoals behind me. I've got to explore those. The burning shoals. Alright. So let's take a look, now that I'm up here, at my list. So I've got Ornox Barainth on the southern midpoint of Magrin's Teeth. That's Ornox. Almora the Pretender. A camp on the isle east, on an island east of Magrin's Teeth, so it's on the other side. Explore the uncharted islands of Burning Souls. Alright, so uncharted islands around here. So are there uncharted islands around here? I don't know which islands are charted or uncharted. Man, there's going to be a ton of islands up here, isn't there? Still not seeing a place to land. Oh no, my water's getting low. Okay, this one again. Continue. Let's play around, sure. Alright. I'm not going to cheat. Alright. Well, oh well. It's experience. So I'm going to be going back and forth trying to uncover islands around the Burning Shoals to explore. Let's go down here first. I think this got to be one of them. Over to the isolated beach and the abandoned village. As you make your way along the road, you notice the light dimming as if a shadow has fallen over you. You glance around, unsure of where it's coming from. The air feels thick, pregnant with unseen energy. The road ahead looks clear, but you've been deceived by appearances before. Investigate your surroundings. I believe this one might be better. A large stone stands just off the road, and your head swims as you approach it. Behind it, you locate an unusual collection of bones and sticks. A small wilder totem that glows balefully, its power disturbing the essence around it. Destroy the totem? With a few brutal strikes, you reduce the totem to a pathetic pile. The air immediately clears, the droning you heard before replaced with a nearby rustling. A large naga slithers forward, hissing, its tongue flicking between long fangs, a talon-tipped finger extended toward you. A few other nagas hiss in choral response, and the group approaches, their savage weapons at the ready. Combat time!
Possess the time to collect it.
Yours to command, Captain.
All right. Let's see. Got a shaman, an archer, a warrior, and an archer. So let's take the shaman out first. Tentacle. Headbutt the shaman. Alright.
Happy to oblige.
Shodi. Let's No, let's try, try this, which will burn enemies that come to engage me and give me defensive bonuses. We could just use this Thunderous Report. That's 1 per encounter? Yeah, sure, let's do that. Thunderous Report! Oh, I could get like one or the other. Let's not do that then. Let's do, let's do Killing Bolt. Actually, let me take a look at the Killing Bolt. Heavy amount of raw damage? Okay. Killing Bolt on the Shaman. Move you forward. And then try and get this warrior marked. That thing just spat at me.
For the homeland.
Shooting right through Ashiza. Tentacle? I'll grab this shaman. Let these come forward and then Killing Bolt. Ow! Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me! Boom. Oh, didn't quite kill it. Didn't quite kill it. So terrible. Okay, well, what can you do? Let's hit this guy with the paralysis. The petrification. Now we can do this. Boom, point blank. Can we finish the shaman? Yep. Oh, that damaged a lot of people. Can't quite grab those. Yeah, we'll grab one of these. You. Because you got more hit points. So you get to be our next lucky contestant.
I'm listening.
I mean, they hit hard when they hit.
I've got this, Captain.
Alright, how about you? Go after this one. Bird in the house. Can you take that one down? Man, just think of when your paladin ends up being your one of your ranged people.
You won't hold me for long.
Ow! Stop it!
You need something.
Yeah, I need you to eat this guy. Owned. Alright, Burb. Finish this one. Since it's petrified. And that one's down. We're almost done.
Captain.
You want to finish this one?
I've got this, Captain.
Thank you. All over the place. Let's go ahead and loot these people up.
They won't see me coming.
Grab all we can. Grab that. Grab that. Go ahead and grab from this last one. And I'm not seeing anything else around here, so let's exit the battle map. Alright. To the abandoned village. Search it. Boots of the White. Freeze armor rating. +1 resolve, resistance to dexterity affliction. That's actually nice. So let's get those boots on somebody. Alright. What do we got? I think that this will be better for you. And I think these will be an upgrade for you because you don't have any. Hi. Good to know. Quick save the game on that. Let's go to the Cleft. Benura Cleft. Oh, there is something beyond it. The jungle grows increasingly dense as you travel east. The shade provided by the canopy above does little to mitigate the heat. Moisture and the perpetual choir of insects thickens the air. The path rises to a sharp incline, and your legs ache as you ascend. Slowly the jungle thins, and you find yourself atop a long ridge. Before you spreads a yawning chasm. It stretches from the mountains in the north towards the sea to the south, and you can't make out the bottom for the darkness. Curiously, a rope spans the divide. Examine the rope. You. I'm not sure what to tell you. It looks like a normal rope. Should be safe to cross. Search the surrounding area. Maya, there's nothing overtly suspicious. Certainly no signs of traps. Recent footprints crowd the rocks with the rope is anchored to, though. Kith and Ogre both. Several sets, it looks like. Take advantage of the view. From the top of the cliff, you can look back over the western expanse of the island. The dead fire shimmers blue towards the horizon. The islands of Kua or Riku, just visible to the south. You can even make out the Deviant at anchor in the distance. It's as if the entire eastern side of the island was forced up out of the ground, or perhaps the western half sank into the sea. To the northeast, a thin line of smoke rises from the jungle. I don't suppose you know what this place is. The Yawning Chasm? Why don't you give it a name and see if it catches on? Maya shrugs. How about you? I say we stand before the Weneru Cleft, a sacred place, good for meditation and long hikes. Kehu peers over the edge. He promptly steps back and shivers. Cross the rope. The rope creaks as you grab hold and shimmy out onto it. You pull yourself across, hand by hand, until you hang suspended over the gorge. Your muscles tingle and your hands burn. You've got further left to go than you've already crossed. Keep going. You continue across the gorge, your sweat dripping into the abyss below you. At last you reach the safety of the far side. Beyond the canyon, the jungle opens up into a broad field interspersed with huge fruit-dotted trees. The jungle continues towards the mountains to the north, but to the southeast the deadfire is visible above a sharp decline towards the shore. What draws your eyes, however, is the sight that rises before you. One of the trees, blackened and blistered by flame, hosts a number of Amawa-sized corpses suspended by the neck. And isn't that the same picture from the first game? You see that, right, Watcher? I'm not caught in another nightmare, am I? Jodi's eyes track from corpse to corpse, and a wince steals across her face. Nearby movement and voices grab your attention. You see, of all people, 4 members of your crew standing around the base of the tree. We should bury them. It's what they'd want, and what the gods demand, Eldengrim growls. Sure, Beodil answers, right after we finish going through their pockets. They don't have pockets, Shield Sister Dahlia says, strictly speaking. Venizi frowns up at the tree. Is anyone else worried about who did this? It clearly wasn't Beast or Kith. You're suggesting an ogre wouldn't hang a bunch of corpses? Beodil asks, because these look like ogre prints to me. Eyes wide, Eldengrim snaps to attention. Captain! Find anything interesting? Arms crossed, Beodil frowns at the ground. Not yet. We haven't been here long enough to take a good look around. That's not entirely true, Venizi says. Look at the wounds on these folk and the rope used to string them up. It all suggests raiders from the eastern reach. Beodil sighs. There you go again, showing off for the captain. What are you doing out here? Beadle coughs. We were out gathering supplies for the Defiant, Captain, just as we always do when we're docked. The hand points at the tree, and this seemed worth investigating. How do you even get out here? We had to cross a gorge. Shield Sister Dahlia looks slightly flummoxed by the question. We're sailors, Captain. Climbing is part of the job. Besides, Beadle chimes in, there was a rope. The line over the gorge wasn't yours, then? No, Captain, Venezi answers with a shake of the head. I doubt any of us even own rope that doesn't belong to the Defiant. I own a rope, Beadle grumbles. It's 8 feet long and in fine condition, thank you. Those aren't supplies, they're corpses. Cut them down and give them a proper burial. Carry on, just remember your captain deserves a cut. Shield Sister Dahlia salutes. Aye, Captain. Beadle smirks. Morale gained 5. You move towards the tree. Vultures perch amongst its branches, peer down at you like judges presiding over a court. Search the area? You search the area. Frowning, Maya waves you over and points out a few oddities. While the clothing these Amawa wear resembles that of Wana, they favor hides and leathers over cloth and shell. Some were stabbed before they were hanged, bearing wounds consistent with daggers or swords. A few had their throats slit. A few have burn marks. The tree was clearly burned before they were killed. Search for the presence of spirits. You see the spirits at the edge of your vision, almost without trying. When you open yourself to their presence, they wash over you, a torrential rush of blistering pain and icy fear. The foreign kith jostle you with shoulder and elbow, prod you with blade and spear. Their armor, too heavy for the dead fire, shines in the firelight as if they were virtuous. You spit. No, there's no virtue in these godless raiders. They killed the young druid. They broke the elder's staffs and stole the doctor's herbs. Now they burn Amira's tree. Will it ever again host every color known to God or kith against the perfect azure dome of the sky? You pray it will. You pray to Amira, to Nagati, to Rikuhu, Hopa, and Tangaloa both, and to the faces of Toamawahi, whatever. What more can these foreigners take from you, you wonder, as they cut off links of rope? The vision ends abruptly, washing away like water over the side of the ship's deck. Want to put that lamp of yours to use, Jyoti? With a solemn nod, the Dawn Star raises her lantern. A harsh swing, then a light from inside bursts like a dying star as she reaps the spirits of the lost. Bury the bodies. The dark soil is soft, and within a couple of hours you have dug a hole deep enough for the remains. You lower them into the ground and cover them, consigning them to the wheel. Tekehu walks back on his heels, nodding to himself, and Maya rolls her eyes. Among the sooty detritus of the departed, you uncover a pair of sandals with a palpable aura of power. The footprints of Ahutaka. Oh, is that an upgrade from my priest? Yeah. You cross the clearing, leaving the morbid tree behind and re-enter the jungle. I'm going to equip that to Jyoti real quick. Jyoti! You get these boots as opposed to these boots, which I literally just gave you. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop before I go into the collapsed coal mine, and we are going to call it here. This has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.
And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribestar, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.